You know, guys, I'm always giving advice on how to get leaner and how to get more ab definition, how to get ripped. And so I decided to kind of prove that the advice I give you guys actually works. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be dieting in the same way that I recommend all my clients, that I recommend on YouTube, that I recommend on Instagram. I'm going to be following the same diet guidelines and show you, if you stick to this, how effective it actually is. Now, the food groups I'm going to stick to is what I normally recommend to all my coaching clients. Now, the amounts of these foods are definitely going to vary based on the individual, their body weight, their goals, even how active they are. So I'm going to stick to the same food groups I generally recommend and the same kind of diet concept that I recommend, but the amounts are going to be catered towards me. So I'm about 218, 219 pounds now. I'm going to probably want to get down to about 210 in order to be like really lean in the abdominals. Now, as you can see, I do have abdominal definition, but I'm looking to get that really tight, shredded look. So I'm going to be eating like 3 meals a day. Probably no snacks. I'm just not like big on snacks. Lunch and dinner is going to be 8-10 ounces of some sort of animal protein. Usually about a 300-gram sweet potato in the afternoon, and then 1 cup of rice cooked at night. But for breakfast, and the protein is going to be mostly ground turkey, salmon, steak. All right. No chicken, because the only reason is I'm so sick of chicken that I cannot eat chicken for another 3 months, maybe even 6, and not even miss it. But for breakfast, and the carbs are going to be generally jasmine rice, sweet potato. I'm going to throw broccoli in there because I can eat the same thing all the time and just be fine. Except for chicken, sick of that. But for the breakfast, the carbs, I'm going to go with these grits, these instant grits. Now, I actually got this. I got this pan heating up. It's probably going to be on fire. I got the whole grits thing from those old Ronnie Coleman videos. He's like, good old grits. And I was like, oh, let me try that. So, geez, probably about 10 years ago when I was really dieting, my morning breakfast was some grits and, about 4 or 5 eggs. Information on these grits. 1 packet, 21 grams of carbs, 100 calories. They're kind of low calorie. I even forgot how to make these things. So this is it. Packet of grits, 100 calories. Since I'm going with only 100 calories, this is about 20 grams of carbs. I'll probably go 5 eggs. So I'm trying to hit around 2,500 calories. I think that's going to be a good starting point. And then I'm going to monitor how much weight I lose. I'm going to want to be losing weight slowly. I'm going to want to lose weight slowly, okay? You don't want weight loss to be too quick. So if I start dropping, like if I drop, 4 or 5 pounds in a week, that's too much. Because it's probably a lot of water, muscle glycogen, stuff like that. So I just want the weight to go down slowly. So I'm gonna start with about 2,500 calories. And assuming I'm probably gonna go over that. And I've done this so many times for so long. I just kind of know what I need at this point. I just wash my hands, I need another egg. That's the thing, when you've been doing this long enough, you just know what you need. You know where the calories are going to end up. I'm at the point where, I've calculated this and measured diet approaches for people so many times for so long. I know what the portion sizes need to be to hit the calorie range if you're sticking to, the basics like rice, potatoes, eggs. This is another 100 calories. You gotta keep that in mind. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just kind of following the guidelines I give give my clients, adjusting the portion sizes for my body weight and body mass. And the thing is, you know, the way I prefer to do this, I prefer to just stick to the same handful of foods because it's so much easier to track and make adjustments. If you're trying to type everything into MyFitnessPal, it just gets too complicated. But if you're spending every day typing in random foods and trying to fit it into a calorie and a protein range, well, it's just going to be annoying. So the best thing to do is to just stick to the same foods. I'm going to eat eggs every day. I'm going to eat probably ground turkey. It's going to be, like I said, ground turkey, steak, or salmon. Sweet potatoes or jasmine rice. You know, that's going to be it. If you like variety in your food, well, it's just going to take a little more effort, a little more, you know, a little more calculation. But I like to keep it simple. And I'm probably going to have the same damn thing for breakfast. Believe it or not, when I was like 24, 5, I ate this same breakfast every day for like a year. I just didn't care. And that's the thing, you know, a lot of people, they want to get in shape, but you know, they're like, but I like this, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. Okay, well, you got to pick one. Like you know, the phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too, like quite literally applies to this. You know, I mean, you can't eat the way you've eaten and look different. That makes absolutely no sense. How could that make sense to anybody? And it's just that entitlement is why a lot of people still are not very lean and they're out of shape. So there it is. Grits, 5 eggs. I'm going to eat this every single day. And I'm going to show you guys my lunch and my dinner. And kind of make this into a series and check in along the way. Check in on my body composition, see how it's changing. And kind of show you guys what I'm going to do. How I'm going to adjust it. And maybe you can follow this, watch this, and apply it to yourself to get lean. Or if you want me to do it for you, click the link in the description and I will coach you through this whole process and make it very simple for you and calculate everything for you. All right, guys, stay tuned for the rest of this.